What's going on, guys? So I recently put an exhaust system on the Yamaha R3, and in the process I realized that the new 2019s have a little bit different of a fairing design than the previous years. So I couldn't find any how-tos or instructionals on how to get these off. So it took me a little bit longer than I would have liked to remove them because I had to go super slow, didn't want to break nothing. So I'm making this video hopefully to help you guys out if for any reason you need to take these fairings off, so that way I can save you some time. So let's get going. All right, guys, so the first place we're going to start is by removing these 4 hex screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are a 4mm hex key. This bottom screw is different from the others, so just make sure you remember that, keep them separated. All right, next we've got these 3 push to lock type fasteners that we're going to remove up here on the top side. One here, another one right there, and this one right here. When you guys are removing these, as soon as you press the center of these in to unlock them, you may have to pull the fairing up and out a little bit to get them to unseat so that you can remove them. Alright, so now we're going to move to the front of the bike, and there's going to be 4 screws on this side that we're going to have to remove. This is going to be our first one. Our second one is right here. I can get a better angle on that. It's going to be right there. And then the other 2 are going to be a lot easier to get to if you come from the left side of the bike. And they will be right here and right here. Now all 4 of these are the same size, the same exact screw, so no need to worry about keeping them separated. Alright guys, now that we got all that hardware removed, I'm going to start by taking this thing out first. These were the only 2 screws holding it in. Everything else holding it in is like friction lock type fasteners. So I'm going to reach up under here and pull it up from the front. Just be very gentle when you do it. It may require a little extra force, but now the back end, once I get this kind of separated here, this back end has a plastic lip that goes up under the seat. You want to make sure you pull that down and out, and then pull it. There we go, and it released. So you can see we've got this fastener here, which is like your friction, like this friction type lock fastener, and then these clips that hold it in right here. All right, now when you're pulling this panel out here, it does help to make sure the handlebars are straight, and you have some fasten like clips right here along the edge that are holding it in. So you just kind of pull up on it, and then comes right out. Now because of the way the front of this is made and the way it fits in there, sometimes it can be a little tricky pulling it out. Alright, now before we pull this fairing off, we want to make sure we disconnect the turn signal because it is connected to the fairing, and if you try and pull the fairing off without disconnecting this, you will get kind of hung up on it. So if you look down in here, there should only be two connectors. This one leads to the headlight. This other one leads down to the turn signal. They're normally being held in place by these clips, but because I have aftermarket turn signals on here, these wires are a little shorter than factory, which is why it's not clipped in here. But it's just a simple fastener where you'll have to lift up on the end here to pull this out. I don't know if you guys can see that. Lift up on the end of that and disconnect that. There you go. All right, now that we've got all that other stuff removed, we're going to come back up here to the front. This inside piece that we took the screws out from earlier, we're going to have to separate that from the fairing now. And all it is just being held in by a bunch of little clips. So you're going to reach in here, free that up, and just kind of work your way up. It can be a little tricky, but this whole piece, once you get it separated from the fairing, it does come all the way out. You kind of got to fish it out, but since I don't need it all the way out, I'm just going to kind of leave it hanging right here. And this is that wire we disconnected earlier for the turn signal. All right, now so the only thing we have left holding this panel on is this bolt right here and this bolt right there. So we're going to go ahead and get those removed. All right, now that we've got all that removed, we can get this fairing off. The only thing left holding it in is two of these friction type lock fasteners and a few clips up here. So we're going to start at the back, and the first fastener is right here. So we're going to put a little pressure there. The other one is about right here. So we're going to reach behind here and pull out. All right. Now once you get all this separated from the back end, you want to go forward with it. And just kind of, that's it. Comes right off. And the reason why you got to come forward with it a little bit is because on the front of this fairing, these fasteners here are all kind of like hooks. They hook into the supports right here. So that's why you got to be sure you go forward with it, not out, because if you come out, you will break something. All right, and now that that's off, you have access to everything here. To remove the left side, it's identical. So just follow the same steps on that side. The only thing is, if you on the left side, if you need to get access to your coolant reservoir, it is located about like right here on the opposite side. All right, now that I've got all that apart, I am going to put it back together. All right, guys, when putting this back together, just make sure all these hook type fasteners, you get them locked into where they're supposed to be. And other than that, just make sure everything we did up to this point, you just do it in reverse order. Now, on a particular note, this fastener that goes right up here in the front has this kind of like foam type washer on it. Just make sure you put that one back up front where it came out of. When you're putting this fairing back in, I do find it easier to start at the front, kind of get these fasteners started. Just kind of work my way down with it. Alright guys, well that pretty much wraps it up. Just remember when you're putting these fairings on, there's a lot of clips, there's a lot of little alignment pins if you will, so just make sure you're taking your time, you're getting everything lined up, everything clipped in, and you should be fine. If you got any questions, post them below. If you like the video, let me know. Other than that guys, appreciate you watching. See you next time.